Welcome back to Sheet Metal is Fun. Today looks a little different. Our channel just turned a year old. You guys have been working so hard, we thought we'd take the day off and let's take an airplane ride around our little town of Orville in Tango, made of sheet metal. Let's go. Welcome back to Sheet Metal is Fun. This is Captain Ken reminding you that sheet metal can fly. Take a look at that. Wow, 13 speedometers. My lucky number. And sheet metal is fast. And last but not least, sheet metal is fun. Look at that, a heart-shaped box. Right mag. Good drop. Carby. Real good drop. Amps are good. Stuff is good. Fuel. Oil pressure, oil temp, 20 into the manifold, 17. We are in good shape. Check. All right. Are you ready to start recording again? Oh, are we recording again? All right. So today's lesson is not a lesson. It's just a couple of friends going for an airplane ride. So this is a typical checklist. It's specific to every model of aircraft. So we have already checked 27 things, and then we checked 19 more things, and just now I just checked 30 more things. So now we are ready for takeoff. We're going to go ahead and make an announcement. So what we do here in a pilot-controlled environment, we don't have a control tower, is as pilots we broadcast our position and our intentions, and that lets anybody else in the area know what we're going to do, and then they would respond with what they're going to do, and then we work it out. So you're going to hear us make a few calls. We're going to make a nice little circle around our town. That is, we are on taxiway Echo. The red sign means we're getting ready to enter the runway of 20. So let's go ahead and make that first call. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, departing 20. This will be a left crosswind departure to the east and leaving the area, Orville. Then we're going to wait just a minute in case anybody has anything they would like to add. And then we are going to get underway. Stacy's showing you guys. That's what she keeps on her lap. She keeps an eye on traffic and weather. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's get over here on the yellow line. We've already cleared all of our controls. We wiped out our controls. Our heading is set. We're going to go over here on the taxi line. Once we cross this double yellow line here, that's called the hold short. We got to make sure we don't spend any more time over here than we have to. Let's get over on the runway, get up in the air, have a good time. On center line, the power is in, right rudder. Engine is in the green. Airspeed is alive. We will be airborne at these 1,000-foot markers. There's 60. That's rotating Tango. Look at that. Man, I love this. window today. I'm going to turn him down. Obviously, he doesn't know he has his left thumb or right thumb on the push to talk button. We're going to give him just a minute. First thing you're going to notice off to our right of Stacy's side is the after bay. It's shallow, and the reason the lake is shallow is so it warms the water up. Everything to the right, well, almost everything to the right is rice fields. And so when initially, before they put the after bay in, the water was so cold that it actually hurt the rice. So they put in this shallow lake, warmed up the rice, warmed up the water, and then it's off to the right. Straight ahead at our 12 o'clock is the Sutter Butte. We're going to go ahead and make a left turn. Let's make that announcement. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, left crosswind departure to the east and leaving the area, Orville. Alright, we told everybody what we're going to do. Now we're going to do it. I think Stacy's going to get you a picture of the Sutter Butte. In our area, it is marketed as the smallest mountain range in the world. And I think the only reason some people say it doesn't qualify because it's volcanic in its origin. So to some folks, that takes it out of the mountain category. But we're still going to call it that, smallest mountain range in the world. Now, what you're looking at, if you're looking at our 12 o'clock, you're seeing our propeller, and that probably looks kind of funky. So now, out Stacy's window is the Feather River. We have salmon, steelhead, shad, striper. Get all kinds of fish down there. Folks come from all over to fish in the Feather River. We have fish hatcheries here in town where they raise salmon, and they leave here and they go under the Golden Gate Bridge, and some say they go as far as Japan. Sometimes they spend 2-3 years out at sea. Off to our left is our airport, Oscar Victor Echo. It is an airport, one of the airports where Chuck Yeager took his flight training to become a fighter pilot back in 1943. And our airport is actually on Chuck Yeager Way. One thing I think is cool is that Chuck Yeager met his wife, Glennis, his sweetheart, right here in Orville. And I also met my sweetheart right here in Orville. That's what me and Chuck got in common. That's how we roll. So, a couple more shots of the Feather River out the right window. And we're going to circle around. And we're going to catch a few of the sights in our town. This is the town of Oroville. Oro means gold, so it's City of Gold. What you're looking at in the mountains, that is the western slope of the Sierra Nevadas. You might be able to see our dam in the distance. Looks like the spillway's running a little bit today. That's going to be fun. So we are going to fly over the city of Thermalito. Wow, what a beautiful morning today is. I'm hoping you can see some of that snow still on the Sierras. We can't quite see Lassen, but if you look at our, let's see, if you look at our 12 o'clock, now that I'm turning the aircraft, you can see Mount Lassen, also a giant volcano. On the other side of Mount Lassen is, we flew over it, and there is a cinder cone. That was pretty cool to see. So you can see Feather River a little bit more out the right side. Oh, no, that's a nice shot. So we're going to go along the face of the dam, and then we're going to swing around and make a big loop over and get you guys a good view of the dam and the spillway, our world famous spillway. Although this is the new and exciting version. We're going to make a call here. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, eastbound over the city of Orville at 2,000 feet. Orville. This is the city where Stacy grew up. Her high school is right over there. I grew up down in Los Angeles and moved up here and met my dream sweetheart. I love you, baby.
I love you too, baby.
And now here we are flying around in an airplane instead of being at work. Off to our 11 o'clock over here is Table Mountain. Even if you don't get a good view of it right now, we're going to circle back around. But look how flat that is. Look how flat. That is just crazy. Hey, see if you can get kind of the general area of downtown. And somewhere in that downtown picture is the world headquarters for IMS Custom Sheet Metal, and by extension, Sheet Metal is flying. We're right down there. We're not far from the city of Paris. If you watched that lesson, that'll give you a good chance to see how close we were. Oh, that high school track is Stacy's old high school track. That's where she went to high school. Yeah, wow, what a nice day to take an airplane ride. I see off in the distance somebody has their wood stove going. Right now, we're at the beginning of May. So some folks it's still a little brisk out, but we love it. It's perfect. So there's our spillway, and we're going to swing around and get a better view. And off to the left of the spillway is the new and improved emergency spillway. And at the base of the dam, you see the Edward Hyatt power plant. We generate electricity off of there. Once we fly across the end, something that I always think is interesting, look at how wide the base of the dam is. And this is still the tallest earthen dam in America. They say earthen, but man, it's got rock, it's got cement, it's got, I don't know what all it's got. Yeah, look at that new emergency spillway. All those steps are there to diffuse the water if it ever does go over that. But look at that view of the dam. Look how wide that is at the base. Yeah, we're going to swing around Kelly Ridge, which is that large, very heavily populated peninsula right there. We are at our cruising altitude of 2,500 feet. I'm going to push the nose over and level off. Oh yeah. So that's the green, isn't that what we call the green bridge, baby? This one right here? It's the what? Bidwell Bridge? No. That's a bridge right there, everybody. She grew up here. I'm a transplant. So, if you look right over here at our 11 o'clock, I hope you can see it here. That's called Bald Rock. And about 3/4 of the way through Top Gun Maverick, you'll see Top Rock. You'll see Top Rock. You'll see Bald Rock in Top Gun Maverick. They did a lot of the flying for the movie right over this area, right here. They kept their aircraft in a hangar in Chico, which is the next town north of us. So what you're seeing now is Bidwell Marina. Show them the backside of the dam, baby. Woo! Backside of the dam. The backside of water. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 94 Tango is southbound over Bidwell Marina at 2,500 feet, Orville. Somebody out on the lake, love it. That is Bidwell Marina. A lot of houseboats down here. This gives you a view from right here. You can see, I see Mount Diablo off in the distance. I don't know if you'll be able to make that out. At our 12 o'clock would be Folsom Lake. And you can see the Sutter Butte again. Off at our 1 o'clock, maybe our 2. There's Kelly Ridge. One of the most densely populated areas in our area. We have one daughter that lives in Kelly Ridge. Her and her husband, they have one of our little granddaughters. And then we have just to the west of that, we have another daughter, and she has 2 of our grandsons and 1 of our granddaughters. And then our other daughter lives at about our 1 o'clock, and she's holding steady at no kids right now and loving it. We are on a VFR flight, so it's our job to see and avoid other traffic. So we try to keep our eyes outside the airplane 90 to 95% of the time. Really, all the information that we need to fly straight and level is available to us outside the windscreen. So now the Kelly Ridge is behind us. We're going to make a right turn. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 94 Tango, westbound over Kelly Ridge at 2,500 feet, Orville. That big red circle is what we call it, well, what they call the TFR, Temporary Flight Restriction. That's over Beale Air Force Base. And even though it's called a TFR, it's always there. They don't like you flying through there unless you have business. We're going to keep this right turn going. Let me see. If you look right over there, see if you can see my brother's house. I see it, but that's because I know. So that one right there, notice I'm keeping my hands on the wheel. That's my brother Mark's house. Hey dude, good morning. He's probably at work already. And he owns an iron business. We do sheet metal, the light, easy to pick up stuff, and he likes that heavy stuff. It's hard to pick up. There we go, across the face of the dam. You're going to get a pretty good view of the spillway. It looks like it's got a little bit of a trickle coming out of it today. We love seeing that. Look at that full lake. Our lake, Lake Oroville, is the 2nd largest lake in the state of California. What a beautiful day. That's the power plant there at the base of the dam. To the right. I'll keep this heading going, Hunt, so you can get that spillway without the wing strut. Yeah, that's cool. I think our lake has somewhere around 175 miles of shoreline. All right, we're going to make a left turn here. And we're going to go along the front of Table Mountain. If you look, you can see a little bit of yellow color still. Some of the spring flowers are still out. There's a little hidden lake or a little hidden pond at the top of that section of Table Mountain. There are a lot of hiking trails to different waterfalls. I don't know how many waterfalls there are. 3, 5, something like that. And a lot of folks come out here and hike from the parking lot out to find a waterfall. I'm going to make a right turn. Head north along the western slope of the Table Mountain. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 94 Tango, northbound over the face of Table Mountain, Orville. Good visibility. Can you see the top of Mount Laskin over there? We are currently running right over the top of Highway 70. Highway 70 will branch off to the right and it will head up toward Reno. If you go to the left, Highway 70 turns into Highway 149 and that goes over in about 6 miles and joins Highway 99. Still a little snow on the coastal range. Can you see some of that, baby? Man, look at that. Boy, oh boy. We're going to keep this right turn going here. We're at 2,500 feet. Straight ahead is the city of Paradise. And it is making quite a comeback. It's very inspirational to see the comeback from the disaster that we had there a few years ago. Can you see, if you see that white vehicle traveling on that dirt road over there? There's a 1 mile square right there. There's a white vehicle traversing diagonally across the square. The center of that square is where the bomber pilot used to zero in their sighting equipment back in World War II. Off over here, what you're looking at, that's Chico, California. That white tent that you see, that's our newest casino. Makes our 3rd casino in our town. And then back to our right, that's Table Mountain. Look at that. Oh, I see a river. If there's a river, there's a waterfall. Look at that. So you can come over and hike. There's hiking trails all over Table Mountain. We're going to keep this turn in. If you look off to our 11 o'clock, I hope you can see it. Off to our 11 o'clock is the Paradise Airport. And it's a private airport. You have to have permission to land there. But I did almost all of my flight training at the Paradise Airport. It's like landing on a battleship. There's a cliff on the leading edge. Man, what a beautiful day. Isn't it beautiful up here today?
Yes.
So this is the Highway 70 canyon. This would be the canyon you would take if you were one of the ways you would go if you were going to go from Oroville to Reno. You can take this, or you can go south and you can take the 80. I see Concow Lake off to our left. I see it, but you guys don't see it. There's, oh, this is Limestadel right over here. We'll see if we get far enough to see Concow. I think at this point, we are going to head back to the airport. Wow, what a beautiful day. That train track, if you guys can see the train track down there, that is the one that runs past our shop if we've ever been shooting an episode and you hear a train in the background. That's where it either came from or it was going to. That's the train track that goes up the 70 Canyon and goes to Reno. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango southbound over Table Mountain at 2,500 feet, Orville. Now you can see Lake Oroville coming back into view. Wow. You can see, if you can see over there, you might be able to see a little bit of snow still remaining on the coastal range. And that's probably going to be on Snow Mountain. Pretty creative name, huh? Well, I do love sheet metal because sheet metal is fun. But you guys got to admit, come on, flying, boy, what a way to spend the day. After this, we're going to go get breakfast at the Waffle House. We're going to continue south over the top of Table Mountain. Show them that Table Mountain rock quarry where they get black rock. If you see it next to that pond, that little lake over there is the Table Mountain rock quarry. They get black rock out of there, roads, stuff like that. I see a bunch of cows down there. One of the guys that flies out of our airport also has his own private runway right here on the top of Table Mountain. Yeah, we're going to get one last view of our town. You can see, if you see between us and the Southern Buttes, there's our airport. That's where we're heading back to. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, 7 miles northeast of the airport, inbound, left downwind, 20, Orville. We just want to let anybody else in the area know that we're out here and what we intend to do. I think we're going to swing wide over the town, and if we swing wide, we'll be able to see a little bit of downtown Orville, and we'll see, oh, there's the Feather River again, and it'll give you guys a chance to get an aerial view of our little town. Stacy and I have traveled a lot in the last, 20 years. And everywhere we've been, I have never found another town that I would trade for our town. We have the second largest lake in California. We have the Feather River. We could be, if we're in Tango, we could be at the ocean in Fort Bragg in 59 minutes. And so we have a lake, we have a river, we have the Sierras, we can be to Lake Tahoe or Reno. Sacramento is an hour and 10 minutes south. Redding is an hour and a half north. We are in the Great Valley. You know what I want to do, hon? If we can do it, I think I want to swing around. And so what you're seeing now is downtown Orville. Oroville and its outlying areas. Yeah, I see my brother's shop right now. So I will probably have to, you see it over here, you see that green roof? And then if you go to the left of the green roof, you see the new apartments going in? You see that brown patch of dirt? Yep. You're getting it. I'm going to fly right over it. Do you have him in sight right down there? Yeah. Yep. All right. Good morning, brother. Hope you're having a good day. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, 5 miles east, inbound, left downwind, 20, Orville.
Want to fly over Reservoir?
Oh, yeah. Let me go over this way, and we're going to fly over our youngest daughter's work. I got to go a little bit farther south, huh? Yep, I'm going to go this way, and then we got to be getting close. Yeah, you see her buildings right there? The blue one with the white roof. That's our metal supply house. That's where our youngest daughter works and runs the place, and boy, she runs it good. That's Marina. Love you, baby. All right, we've taken you guys for a nice ride around our little town. We have one son that lives in Mexico, one son that lives in San Francisco, and another son that lives in Weaverville. That if you've seen the one with our gate, that's our son Justin. But the boys went scattered to the wind, and all 3 of our girls stayed right here in town. Get another look at that Feather River, that bridge. Wow. Look at that airport. Ooh-wee. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, 2 miles east, inbound, left downwind, 20, Orville. We're just making an announcement. Anybody in the area, they know what we're up to. They know where we're at. Like I said earlier, we don't have a control tower. Chico, the next airport north of us, does have a control tower. And then it's the ATC's responsibility to sequence the traffic into the pattern for landing, but out here it's ours. So straight ahead, let me see. Yeah, right there, there's our shooting range. And then the rest of the brown area where you can see the trails, that's our off-road park. You can see our airport coming into sight. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, boy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run parallel with the runway. We call this the downwind leg. And we are going to be at traffic pattern altitude, which is 1,000 feet. Man, this day couldn't have been any better, could it be, baby?
I just cleaned the windshield too.
What?
I just cleaned the windshield and there's all sorts of bugs.
Oh, yeah. I should have dodged all those bugs. I don't know what I was thinking. So we have intersecting runways here at our airport, which made it a really good training airport. That we have 3113 and 2002. How funny is that? The only 2 that you can flip-flop the numbers. 02 and 20, 31 and 13. All right, we're going to get that in. That's the wildlife area. If you're looking down there at trees and nature, that's the wildlife area. All right, we're in good shape. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, left base 20, Oroville. That is the forebay. That's the lake off to the right. They keep it shallow so the swimmers, we can swim in it in the summertime. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, final 20, Orville. All right, runway is made, power is out. We're looking out the window for anybody else that's out on this beautiful day. I see a tractor over here mowing the lawn. Man, I'll take that one every time. How about that, baby? I'm going to give myself a thumbs up.
Good job, baby.
My instructor always told me, you got to let that horn honk. So if you guys heard the stall horn, we still got 5 miles an hour in the bank. That's a stall warning horn. And that's what you want to do. You want to land at the slowest possible speed. We don't want to come Ricky racing in here. That's what the 56 is for. All right. Once we're clear of the runway. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, clear the active 2002, Orville. Now we're back on the taxiway. We'll taxi back to the hangar. That's where Tango lives. Look, when we're on the ground, you steer with your feet. So if you're ever watching anybody on TV and they're taxiing an airplane and they're steering it like this, look at nothing. That's just ailerons. Down here, my feet are on the pedals and we're steering with the rudder. If I step on the right rudder, it goes right. Left rudder, it goes left. And once we get a little slower, we have brakes. The pedals on the floor, the bottom half is rudder, the top half is brakes. So once we slow down, the aircraft turns into a skid steer. So if I want to turn right, I'm going to hit that right brake, and it's going to slow down the right wheel, and the aircraft will pivot on that braking wheel. We landed on 20. Our landing direction is determined by the wind. Flying an airplane is like flying a kite. You always fly a kite into the wind. Aircraft is the same way. You take off into the wind and you land into the wind. All right, we're going to cross this runway here. Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, crossing 3113 at midfield, Orville. That's, if you heard a voice in the background, that's the computer on Stacy's lap that tells us that we are on an active runway. All right, once we get over this line, Orville traffic, Skyhawk 904 Tango, clear the active 3113, Orville. Since we have intersecting runways, oh, look at that sheriff's helicopter taking off. You see that, hon? That's cool. We are on the taxiway. These yellow lines tell us where they want us to be. They've measured everything out, and they said that, man, if you just stay on that yellow line, you drive around here all you want. You can't hit anything. I see a couple of aircraft over there tied down on the ramp. That means folks from outside the area have flown in. They're enjoying our town. Maybe they're going to the Waffle House, too. That to our right is the FBO, the fixed-based operation. And they work on helicopters mostly in there. Look at there, there's our work truck. And we're heading back to Tango's house. Work truck. All right. I don't know if you guys can see me. I hope you enjoyed our airplane ride today. We are so glad to have you along. I had fun. Stacy had fun. We hope you had fun. Oh, and speaking of fun, sheet metal is fun. See you guys back at the shop on the next episode. Bye.